Hey guys, Slums, press stand 3 here. Let's hit it. Lady Ferris is in rare form this morning. He especially looked kind of late. To both wear all of her clothes inside out and trip over nothing. And what an honor it was to serve such interesting and endearing masters. I know she finds this all of this hilarious. Mr. Vincent has returned home for the summer. Lady Ferris, however, has opted to remain at the time as I have in order to attend to her. It's both an honor and privilege to be able to serve masters as interesting and endearing as the young Florals. Oh, sir, brother and sister. Should go past here for a proper reason. I'm not cleaning your feet. Yeah. I had the most fucking shit done.
Right.
It's been a long time coming, but we're finally ready. I can train me so well that I can confidently say I'm on par with anyone in the Upper Pacific. All we have to do now is win and keep our club going. Hard work, RSC. It's no good to work all the time, though. Sometimes you need to take a rest and steroids and sweet. In fact, let me teach you something. I met that transfer student is quite charming, but that doesn't mean she's free to sneak in here and help herself to wherever she wants. Never keeps letting her get away with it because she's cute. But cuteness doesn't make up for gluttony and thievery. I'm sorry, I'll talk to her about it next time I see her. The way she charges until she changes her ways, she won't be welcome in my. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people stealing food. Until she changes her ways, she won't be welcome in my kitchen. No mercy me. Did you clone yourself, Vivi? How fit, wonderful. Now we can work twice as efficiently. The Vivi can tend that flower bed over there, and the real Vivi can be in charge of getting equipment ready. Oh, she's good. Vivi dragged me along so she could play prank and it up and end up backfiring. Now I'm stuck helping them out. This always happens to me. My father's planning to have my way with Edo's body. My father's planning to have my way with Edo's body had a flaw. She seems so easygoing that you'd think she'd each trip, but I guess I shouldn't have underestimated her. Oh my, there are two bees all of a sudden. Excellent. Now we have more people to take care of flowers. That's funny. I tried to forget it, but I was hell of a troublemaker when I first entered the academy. But then Frio came along and straightened me out with a thorough beatdown. Now that I think about it, I've never won a single match against her. Alan headed off to watch her performance by the winning of show. Apparently some girl he knows from studying school is playing it. I just realized White's been trying so hard here lately. It's like you're getting better too, Watkins. I wonder if we have Patrick Sting for that. No way. Anyway, I asked Alan for a match tomorrow. Can't have the first use our performance now, can we? My news, Evan. Ferris can hardly go 2 seconds without challenging me some sort of competition. It's good to have a competitive spirit, right? It wouldn't be so bad if Emma and Teresa didn't keep throwing more fuel on the fire. I don't think I have any choice but to accept at this point. Maybe I should stay around and see how this plays out. Well, if you're going to accept her challenge, I'll have to stay around and give you some moral support. You're just as bad as they are. Fine, suit yourself. Well then, Ferris, what will we be competing in today? Competition will be a simple 50 arc race. I do hope that your breakfast wasn't too large because you're about to eat a bitter serving of defeat. What do you say, Ferris? Let's get this over with. And good luck, Alyssa. She'll begin another heat competition between Alyssa and Ferris. We marched intentionally as Ferris refused to accept Alyssa's marginal victory. And again, Ferris several rematches are going to drag out a quick and simple competition. And in the end, it looks like Alyssa's our victor. Impossible. How could I be cheated after all my practice? The rest was practice too, you know. I would say though, you've gotten a lot faster than you were before. You really have been putting in the hours, haven't you? That was a good match. Sort of like the lack of several matches before it. You two might want to rest up for now, though. Do not belittle me. I can't accept this. I refuse to accept this. Ferris, where are you going? Oh, so we've got to go after her, right? Rean, Emily, and Alyssa come on whole camp in search of Ferris. However, she must not be at the academy. Sorry about this. Would you two mind looking for her off campus? Of course. Where in the world could she be? Stay back. Do you know who I am? I'm the daughter of Count Flora. Oh, Vincent. Alyssa. Ferris. Alyssa. Let's take him out. Right. Oh, there we go. It doesn't look like she's injured either, thank goodness. Are you alright, Ferris? You just had to choose a highway of all places to do your sulking. Listen, for what purpose did you chase me out here? Are you here to laugh at me, below me for losing to you? Of course not. There's no way I'd ever do something like that. Why is it so hard to believe that I just want to be your friend? That I want to train and get better with you. Honestly, I want to become friends with you as well. However, I could never once bring myself to admit that. That's how you really feel. In that case, how about this? We can keep competing against one another as friendly rivals. There's nothing wrong with some competition between club members or friends for that matter. But listen, thank you, Alyssa. Thank you very much. I'm glad this all worked out. Thanks, Rean. You really helped us out. I didn't do much. Or I'm glad we were able to help save your friend. Yeah, I mean it. You're always there for me when I need you the most. I don't know what I do without you sometimes. You're welcome. Alright, I've got clean duty now, so I've got to go. Sure, see you later. I sincerely apologize for all the trouble I've caused you, Rean. But allow me to tell you this. I could not be happy to have become Alyssa's friend. Thanks, Rean. I'll make up to you, I promise. Well, I've got a lot of cleaning to do, so I'll see you later. Hey, man, what brings you here? Oh, Rean, you wouldn't have to have seen Celine anywhere, would you? I've been searching all over for her. Celine, that's your cat, isn't it? Well, I wouldn't exactly call her my cat. She was with me just a little while ago, but then she pulled it off like something caught her interest, huh? I haven't seen her around, at least not recently. Well, I probably shouldn't be too worried about it. She's a capricious sort, not unlike Millen. I suppose she must have run off to have a little cat adventure somewhere. That should help her look for Celine. How about I help you look for her? After all, two pairs of eyes are better than one, right? Are you sure? Well, then, thank you for volunteering. And so two of them began to search for Celine. They searched high and low, checking areas where Emma felt Celine may be, and relying on Ring's powers of detection. No matter where they looked on campus, they could find no trace of her. Then Brandon started looking in town, but that would take up even more of your time. Don't worry about it. I'll keep looking with you until we find her. Hopefully, she really is in town. Prepare comment she hasn't gone anywhere at least, but we should still try to find her as soon as we can. Agreed. Seem a lot more worried about her than you went on earlier, though. I guess you were going to try to convince yourself not to panic. Something like that, I do think of her as a friend after that, after all. Right, let's start looking around. She's not making this easy. Indeed, just where has she run off to? Celine, could it be? Oh, is that? Celine, so this is where you were. Why did you run off like that all of a sudden? Is she eating something? Seems like it. Huh, are these sardines? Sardines. They're small dried fish they're usually used in the East, mostly to make broth. Guess cats really like them too. Maybe Mick ordered a few and gave her a couple of snacks. Ooh, you really gave me a fright eventually, like that, Celine. For a moment I thought that these two had those two. And nothing, it's nothing. Thanks for helping me, Rean. I don't know what I would have done without you. I'm happy we found her. That wasn't very nice though, Celine. Emma was really worried about you. Celine, there's no need to be rude. Cats will be cats. Just give me a shout if you ever need help with anything else, Emma, of course. I'm glad we managed to find her. Thanks for helping me, Rean. Looks like milk, not sardines. I managed to find her. Thanks for helping me, Rean. Sexy Laura. Monica's been making great strides for her swimming lately. She may even reach her goal of swimming 50 yards today. And seeing her push herself like that every day makes me proud to be the one to coach her. I'm glad to hear it. Been back to use herself ever since our Phil St. Harmville. Something matter, not everything's fine. Is there anything I can do to help? I think it'd be great to see her reach her goal too. Hey, you have my thanks. Now then, why don't you go change into your surf thing? Monica, today's the day you clear your 50 arch goal. Are you prepared? Yeah, I won't let you down, Laura. Yeah, that's the spirit. Rean, your job is to swim alongside her and act as her lead. I'll be observed from the side of the pool. Thanks for helping me out. No problem. So I'm not gonna begin her 50 art challenge. You can carry this through to you, Monk. I know you can. Come on, you're almost there. Only 3 art left. 2, 1. She did it. Wait, what was that? It? Did I do it? You did. You never had to put your feet down either. It didn't work, Monica. I really did, Laura. Monica's hard work finally paid off and she cleared her initial goal. Every last member of the swimming club congratulated her on her achievement, even those who didn't believe she could do it. All of her hard work paid off. Thanks for being my sister, Rean. It was nothing. I'm just happy to see that things are good between you and Monica again. Now that makes 2 of us. I've now reconciled with both Monica and Fee, so I believe that I believe that we will continue to grow from here on out. I hope that you and I will be able to keep supporting each other too. You can count on me. I don't know why I'm so moved. 50 art isn't purely amazing or anything, but now that I've done it, I want to take things farther and farther. I'm so glad Manga was able to achieve her goal. Thanks for all your help, Rean. Okay. Hey, welcome to the occult research side. What kind of fortune would you like me to tell you today, class? Rean class 7 health romance. I can even give you life advice if that's what you wish. Sorry, I'm not actually here to get my fortune told. And don't worry, I'm well aware of that. Were you sent by the student council? Were you? You could have at least played along a little, though. They're not much fun. I'm kind of funny. Sparrow's strength went all right. She's got quite a reputation amongst the girls as a occasionally accurate first chilling, though. There's something you'd like to ask me? If you're not answering a million question away, do you wish to know what kinds of rituals and curses are my hair, perhaps? It's probably the thing. Kind of, I'm better off not knowing. Thanks. Wait, she didn't just read on mine. Yeah, she couldn't have. So I assume you've been informed about what I want you to do. Yeah, you want me to look into the Academy 7 mysteries, right? Precisely. Assuming you start investigating better. Are you ready to begin? Sure, I'm ready when you are. I know a lot of schools across the country have mysteries like these, but I didn't know that Thors had set up also. Well, I'm glad I could give you the good news. It's become a hot topic amongst some of the girls recently. I wouldn't have guessed that. But you said you wanted me to look into the 7 mysteries. Does that mean you don't know what all of them are, and you want me to find out what information you're missing? No, I know basically each mystery. What I'd like to ask you is to investigate how credible each one is. I see. Is that something I'll really be able to investigate, though? I mean, if they're supernatural, you can think of that as part of your investigation. If you can't come to an conclusion, so be it. Either way, be more specific. I'd like you to talk to the people. Talk to most of the people likely to know things about each mystery. I can do it myself, but I'm not exactly what you would call a people person. Right. Okay. I think I get what you want me to do now. Can you give me a head start by telling me what you know about each of that mystery stuff? I think if I told you everything at once, it might be so much horror to take in that it would stop your heart. Tell me. So ask me about that one by one, and I'll tell you what I know about each. Sounds a good way to go that. All right. Leave the message to me. Thank you. I look forward to hearing what you discover. We'll hear about this. Yeah. First mystery is a crying sculpture. The sculpture in question resides in the art room. It's used as reference for the sketches. However, if you dare draw near, you can see tears running down his face. Well, what's more, the tears return after wiping them away. Rumor has it that tears raging from a human head contained within. Okay, I was on board up until then. That's a little too extreme to believe. You think so too? So these sort of stories always can turn on truth. Perhaps speaking to the head of the art club will tell you how you find it. The second mystery is that I was out of the haunted piano. Late one night, a student walking by the music room heard someone playing the piano. From his hand, he took a peek into the room, only to find it empty. Well, the name certainly fits. They claim it's a music-loving ghost playing piano in there. A ghost who likes music. That's all. Seems to be at least to me. Agree. At least give the ghost some elaborate tragic backstory to explain its connection to the piano. Regardless, perhaps you could learn more from the head of the window show. I believe his name was Highbell. Earlier, we have the mystery of the Forbidden Tome. Now, this one is interesting. Apparently, the Academy's library houses a book containing one of the world's greatest secrets. The book is passed down from one library head to the next, all of whom are tasked with keeping it safe from prying eyes. We're kidding, this one is pretty interesting, and it pleases me to know that I have a partner in fascination. Just imagine if it were something about the fall of the ancient Zemir installation. How romantic. The person currently in charge of the library is Instructor Thomas. He's likely the only person who knows for sure. Former Joseph Hidden Graves. This legend dates back to 250 years. It's said that the many who die in the War of the Lions lie buried beneath this academy. More specifically, their bodies are buried directly below what is now the field. Well, is there more to this story? Oh, there most certainly is. They say that on some cursed nights, the corpses of the buried rise from their graves, bathe in the moonlight. And when they do, their long hidden graves surface from the field, overturned and leaving no somehow. But I explain why this mystery is called hidden graves, at least. But honestly, I was expecting the mystery to be kind of creepier. You must be getting used to these macabre stories. These macabre mysteries good. Wait, what do you mean by good? Regardless, the best people to ask about the field would be the members of the Riding Club. The club's gathered Lambert is home for the summer. Perhaps you should ask Paula instead. Sports Club grudge is the topic of the fifth mystery. Given how hard the sports club's train, it's not uncommon to hear screaming coming from their general direction. But some say that screams can be heard coming from something else dwelling in the gymnasium. Rumors say that these screams are a grudge of sorts, a manifestation of all the stresses sports club members face. This one seems a bit backwards to me. Working up a sweat should wash away your stress, not make a monster out of them. And only a select few will share that sentiment. Select agents of others' feelings might just lead you to an unfortunate. No matter. It might be wise to ask the captain of the defense club for further details on this mystery. I think her name is Friedel. Oh my, the sixth mystery surrounds the Crimson Devil of Lake Hell. Have you paid much mind to the pond beside the gymnasium? Some say it has a direct connection to hell itself. More amazingly, say a resident of hell, the Crimson Devil, shows up at the pond from time to time. Well, that's certainly something. Any word on what it looks like? Tell you, the only descriptor I've heard is that it has two massive claws. It might be best to ask someone who knows, who fishes there more often, if you wish to know more about this mystery. Do you know Kenneth? He's a first year in the Imperial Fishing Club. He's a noble, though he acts as though he's not. Perhaps he is the club's head. Perhaps he knows something. The seventh and final mystery is the poltergeist in the upper class dormitory. To be frank, I have very little information about this one, but it seems like as though furniture, cutlery, and the like are often found and broken in the upper class dormitory. And people are saying the poltergeist is responsible, so it seems. Considering the mess it seems to be making, I can only imagine that the dormitory maids would know something. Perhaps you should ask them. First, this girl's head at art club. Excuse me, could I have a minute of your time? No, I'm busy, but my ears work so I can listen to whatever you have to say. Just go ahead, say your business. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's going to be pretty. She's going to keep working while I talk. That's pretty impressive. I'm actually looking into Academy's 7 mysteries, one of which is the art room's crying sculpture. You wouldn't have to know anything about condensation. Sorry. Like I said, it's condensation. You have no idea how many people have come in to ask about that. They're not tears, just condensation. Water vapor in the air. If thick words scare you. Who in their right mind would actually believe a sculpture would cry? I guess the world will never run out of idiots. I see. Is that it? Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for the information. It was nothing. I just can't stop. Okay. Oh no, here comes nerves. Come on, Rean me. Hey there, you look kind of nervous. Oh, it's nothing. He's ready to clap for you, so I really can't help it. Especially I'm the lead violinist now because of his accent. I can understand why you're nervous, then. Good luck. Thanks. It's elbow from a wind orchestra. Oh, hey, what's up? I have a quick question for you. I'm trying to investigate the 7 Mysteries of the Academy. What have you heard about the haunted piano? Oh, that story? That's about one ghost playing the piano in the empty room, isn't it? Oh, so you know it. Look, you tell me about it. So you want to know the truth? Turns out the ghost was me all along. Oh, really? Oh, calm down. I didn't mean that match goes on. The rumor started because someone heard noise in what they thought was in the room, but I'm pretty sure they just stumbled along while I was tuning the piano. Really? Yeah, it's not exactly weird to end up totally obscure for you when you're tuning certain parts of it. Chances are that whoever heard that at the time just couldn't see me. So basically, I'm your so-called ghost. Oh, that makes sense. Right. Sorry, though. You were probably hoping for something a bit more exciting. No, I'm not. No. You just told me what I need here. Sure, I might not be thrilled, though. Thanks for your time. Not a problem. Is there anything I can't do while my armor's like this? All I can do now is leave the rest to them. Good luck, everyone. Read my boy, what source of question has your inquiring mind come up with today? As it happens, I'm going to see something for a fellow student. Do you know anything about a forbidden tome supposedly locked away in this library? A forbidden tome, what a fresh idea. Just imagine if it contained details on segments of the ancient Sumerian civilization. Or perhaps it could be a grimoire written by the cross-bellying alchemists of the Middle Ages. Wouldn't it be thrilling if one really existed? Yeah, sure would. In other words, it doesn't. But what exactly inspired you to ask about this magic tome? I'm investigating 7 mysteries of the Academy, and one of them has to do with a book full of the world's greatest secrets hidden deep within this library. Oh, so that's what this was all about. This year's story is even more absurd than the one I heard last year, but I do believe I know what you're talking about. You do? The tome the story refers to is, in fact, a volume of, how to put this, a gentleman's special interest literature. Seriously? At least the forbidden part is right, not because it's dangerous or anything, but because it's rather naughty. We tell you boys time after time not to bring those sorts of things into the academy, but somebody always has to try. Well, boys like will be boys, I suppose. This little tale started because we gathered the contraband here before we dispose of it. Well, that's one way to do things. So if you happen to have a prize collection of your own, make sure to leave it under your mattress back home. Unless you want me to find it and share what you're into with the instructor Sarah and the rest of the faculty. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, anyway, I'm sure there's nothing especially unusual or mysterious about this library, I'm afraid. You have made that button for you. Thanks for your time, instructor. Taking it to these magazines and academy means running the risk of having your taste exposed. You should be careful too, young Rean. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Me too. You're reading from Eustace's class, right? That's right. You're Paulo from class 5, I assume. This might sound weird, but I'm currently looking into these mysteries surrounding your school. Have you heard the rumor they're calling the hidden graves? I have. That's the one about the dead rising from the graves in the field, right? My brother and I found a hole in the field a while back, but the only thing to come out of it was an exam of a bad grade. Seriously? Yep, seems like someone couldn't deal with getting a score bad, so they tried to put their test 6 rig under. They couldn't even bury it, though. They just dug a hole and tossed it in. We filled it up since someone could have tripped, and for a grade like that, you could say the only grave our corporate dug was his own. That joke was so bad, I can't even force myself to laugh. That aside, thanks for the info. That was a big help. We found it a whole while back, but the only thing that was hidden about it was there was a failed exam crumpled up in there. We filled it up right after to prevent any accidents. Are people seriously spreading rumors about it being a grave? Yeah. I think she's the captain of this cup, right? Sorry to bother you, but could you ask you a question? No, bother at all. Ask away. As I happen to look into the 7 mysteries of the Academy, have you heard of the sports club Grudge? Oh, sure. People have been talking about it since I was the first year, although I don't suppose it will gain much traction next year. Why is that? It's pretty simple, really. Those screams don't come from people, but the door that used to be here. It had been an awful condition for years, and it used to make these awful screeching noises. So I asked for a replacement at the beginning of the month. Now everything is nice and quiet around here. That explains that. Thanks for your information. And you're very welcome. Those admissions are very interesting. I don't know who came up with them, but they're pretty well thought out. Yeah. Hey, Rean, still fishing a good fish? I don't think that's how the saying goes, but I guess you could say that. There's something I was hoping to ask you about. Does the Crimson Devil of Lake Hell ring any bells? That's one of the Academy's 7 big mysteries, right? It's the only one I know, at least. Seriously, though, did anyone really believe this place was connected to hell? Probably not. Any idea what the Crimson Devil part's all about? It's probably, yeah, that's probably a crayfish. You see them around here every so often. What's a crayfish? Red thing kind of looks like a crab. It even has 2 big claws, just like that devil's supposed to. I wouldn't be surprised if a crayfish spied the whole thing. Yeah, especially when you put it like that. Thanks, Kenneth. I can't think of a better person to answer about the upper class dorm. Excuse me, would you mind if I ask you a question? Of course not. How can I help you? So I'm investigating the 7 mysteries of the Academy. There's one story about a poltergeist in this dorm, but would you know if there's any truth to that? Yeah, I do, in fact. Some of the more experienced may tell me all about it. I've even seen it for myself. Have you actually seen the poltergeist? No, quite. There was a much simpler expedition found to Havoc. As order goes, plates are broken and utensils strewn about the kitchen, correct? But these things happen when girls try their hands at cooking for the first time. The kitchen can get very chaotic. This seems to hit its peak in May when more of them want to practice for their cooking class. But I think a poltergeist makes for a far more interesting culprit than when people are sharing stories. That explains it. Thanks for clearing everything up. I'm glad I could be a help. And that 7th mystery is to exclude. Yeah, none of them turned out as spooky as I had hoped. But oh well, I hope Barrow won't be too disappointed. I imagine they're all gone in here, so to speak. I must have been somewhat lonely here without Patrick and Celestine here, however. Celestine here. Hey, man. I'm gonna see the salon. I mean, I can technically go as well. And it looks like you finished your investigation. Can you tell me what you've learned? Sure, let me go through one by one. The conversation magazine's a test. None of these are supernatural at all. Honestly, didn't expect any of them to be real, but the truth is even more pathetic than I thought it'd be. I agree. Well, it's kind of interesting that people were able to make such fantastical stories out perfectly ordered and everything. That's what's true. Still, I'd like to thank you for looking into everything for me. So here you go. It's something Hex. One of my favorite verses, Nightmare. Thanks. Just tell me the truth. I'm a little surprised now that mysteries anything to do with the old schoolhouse. It seems like the perfect thing for a good ghost story. We wonder why it didn't come up. I mean, we already know there are strange monsters in there. And what are you talking about? Of course it comes up in the real 7 mysteries at least. What? Say I can't even make cuts short or something. I didn't say a word. Perhaps your investigation's gotten to you. I could have sworn I heard her say something about the real 7 mysteries. Oh well, it's probably a better idea not to get into it. Real 7 mysteries? I am kind of curious. Thank you for agreeing to help me today. It was very enlightening. Part of me is curious about what she meant by said real 7 mysteries. Real 7 mysteries. Search. Whatever. What do you think of it? Well, here you are. Hey, Rean, thanks for coming. Oh, hey, Toad, what brings you here? Oh, I need a little break from work, so I came along with George to help George and Angie. We asked her to come and help out with the request we sent you. Oh, she's working on that bike too? Yep, the request is pretty much the same as last time, but with one key difference. This time we'd like to drive with Toad at your side. By my side, don't you mean by behind me? Maybe it would be easier to just show you what we're talking about. At least time for the grand reveal. Wow, impressive, isn't it? We call this a sidecar. Much like the bike itself, this was a Roar Institute of Technological prototype that George put the finished touches on. You can probably tell, but a sidecar lets other people ride along with you. Although it's much closer to riding in an orbital car than it is on being a bike. That's pretty interesting. So do you want me to do a test ride while still listening to the sidecar? Yep. That means I'm in your care, Rean. Try to crash or anything. Right, I'll make sure everything goes smoothly and safely. Oh, don't worry about that. George and I have already done all the necessary safety tests. The goal of this test is to get a fresh perspective just like last time. That's right. Be sure to give us as much feedback as you can. That same goes for you, Toto, okay? So you have time to go for a ride? I'm sorry, I'm always keeping you so busy. No, you don't have to worry about it. How about you, though? Do you have time? You seem pretty busy yesterday. Thanks for worrying, but I'm fine. I got most of the harder work sorted out yesterday, which means I've got time to spare today. As you can see, George and I are ready to go whenever you are. We'll work to your schedule today. Thank you. Well then. Well, we can get started right away. Great. Let's set everything up then. We're doing this on a nearby highway, aren't we? Yep. Same one Ring tested bike on last time. How does it feel to be in a sidecar, Toa? And it's exciting, but I'm a little nervous too. Knowing Rean will be driving puts me at ease, though. Thanks. Toa, don't say things that will make me envious like that. Now, I have no choice but to send Rean home and ride with you myself. Sorry to cut you short there, Angie, but I can't let you do that. Remember, we chose these two for a reason. Same as last time, right? Starting to ride, shifting gears, and coming to a stop. Does the sidecar change things at all? Actually, yes. The main changes are the increase in weight and the difference in center of gravity. Those two things have a huge impact on how the bike operates. I recommend you approach this as a whole new experience because it's definitely going to feel like one. I never would have guessed. Okay, what will I have to do? Basically, when a sidecar is attached, you end up veering off toward its direction while you're accelerating. By the same token, when you're slowing down, you'll end up veering off in the opposite direction, which changes things a little for your test. Starting to move will pull the handlebar to the left, so make sure to turn it slightly right in advance to compensate. Next, when you're shifting gears, you'll need to turn the handlebar slightly to the left when you disengage the clutch. Then go bring her to a stop, but an extra weight means she's going to be hard slow now. So be sure to hit the brakes earlier than you did last time. Will do. It's like a whole different set of rules. It really is, but you should be fine if you pay attention to what you're doing. My advice for you, Toa, is to believe in Rean and focus on enjoying yourself. I think you'll have a wonderful time if you do. And second, that should help motivate Rean too. How so? Well, think about it. I'll be happy knowing you're having fun, and I won't want to make any mistakes in room that. That's so sweet. Well, then, here's hoping this will be fun for both of us. That's the hope. Alright, I'm going to start the engine up now. Alright, so, son. Okay, get ready. And you see I just turn the handlebar a bit when I start moving, didn't she? Turn the handlebar right. Here we go. Ooh, I didn't mess it up. Wow, that was really smooth. Alright, and off they go. Yeah, it should be fun to talk to them when they get back. So how does it feel? Does it feel different from when you rode alone? It definitely does. And Nicholas was right when she said it would handle completely different. That's not the only thing. Oh, what else is there? Oh, nothing. I was thinking of something else. Probably shouldn't tell her that the excitement of riding with her is a bigger hurdle than the sidecar. Okay, I think we're both used to this speed by now. Are you ready to go a bit faster? Sure. Alright then, let's switch gears. Which way? Did I turn the handlebar while switching again? I need to just gauge the clutch, then turn the handlebar slightly to the left, opposite of the way we drove off. Perfect. Well, look at you. That went well. Thanks for encouragement. Oh, don't be sly. All I'm doing is sitting here. This really does feel nice, doesn't it? The view from here is great too. It's a much more refreshing experience than I expected it to be. Having you here with me makes it a lot more fun too. Fuck you, ha. Thanks. Okay, man, I guess we're about done. It's almost time for us to turn back. So I'm going to slow down a bit. Okay, sounds like it's time for a final test. Like I said, that the extra weight with the sidecar means I should take a different approach to slowing down. What was it I had to do? It takes longer for it to come to a stop with the extra weight, so I should put the brake on usual. Brakes on usual. There we go. We stopped in just the right spot. I knew you could do it. Thank you, Rean. I had so much fun, and we still have a journey, back to look forward to. I'm glad to hear it. Why don't we take a little break before we go back then? Sounds good to me. Seems like things went very well for both of you. I'm impressed you can handle her so well with such different hardware than the last time you rode. Please, I'm blushing here. We really appreciate your help too, Toa. You ended up having a real good time, didn't you? I did. It was a lot easier to just sit back and enjoy myself than I thought. Of course, that's all thanks to Rean. Not at all. The fact that you trusted in me and were able to enjoy yourself kept me focused on doing a good job. Well, I always trust in you, so today wasn't anything special. So it's nice to hear you say that, though. It tears at my soul to say it, but you two make a good pair. How about to say the same thing? Well, then that finishes up the test. Let's head back to the engineering building. Thank you both for all the great data. Your feedback should come in handy when I'm tuning a thing. Always glad to help. We'll plan on entering that data in the computer, right? Would you like me to help you organize all of it? Really? That'd be a great help, big help, but are you sure you have the time? Aren't you busy with your preparations for the trade conference? Wait, Toa's going to the trade conference? Alright, I haven't told you yet, have I? Truth is, the Imperial government requested I go along to help out the major players. As such, I'll be heading to Crossdale for the trade conference as an assistant to the Entourage. Oh, the Entourage attends to the Empire's representative during the meeting, right? The meeting, right? Alright. And you're assisting them? Yeah, it'll mainly involve helping out with paperwork and scheduling, I'd imagine. I don't think I'll be much help, to be honest, but the government did ask. Told received a ton of job offers from all over the country lately. Everyone's just waiting for her to graduate. The trade conference invite is the government's attempt to sweeten the deal. Unbelievable. Does that mean you're planning on moving into government work instead of the military? Well, I still haven't decided yet. I'm kind of doing it just to broaden my horizons. And apparently all of it is because of the trouble in Heimdall last month. The government took a real interest in how quickly and efficiently she evacuated all of the civilians. That explains it. I'd say Class 7 ended up doing a lot more than I ever could have. I even had help from Angie Crow too. Well, even then, it was thanks to your instructions that we were able to split up and handle everything so efficiently. If you decide to enter the military, I think you make a great splendid customer. Yeah, if they had a uniform small enough to fit her at least. Hey, no teasing at least. Either way, best of luck. I'm sure we'll be in the middle of another field study by then. I'll be praying that things go well for you. Thanks, Rean. Oh, this is starting to look way too much like a sappy 10-mirror novel. Let me just step in right here and keep you two from stumbling into a badly written fantasy. What kind of novels are you reading? Was it something I say? Not now. Asking questions will only encourage her. Change something before this gets out of hand. Thanks for helping us test the black out again. This is for you. Thanks. I'm glad I could help. And see you later, then, Rean. Good luck investigating the old schoolhouse too. Au revoir. You'll be the first person we ask if we need any more help. Hello, Rean Schwarzer, Class 7 speaking. This is Sarah. You knocking out those requests for the student council? Yeah, I've made my way through several of them now, and I'm just getting started on the rest. Nice. I've got something to talk to you about, so come along to the faculty lounge when you can. I'm not going to take it out on your grades if you don't show or anything. It's just a personal thing. Later. Didn't even wait to hear my response. Oh well, I suppose I should meet in the faculty lounge when I get a chance. These numbers, here we go here. She never slows down on Harvard, does she? The trade conference next week, isn't it, Toa? Sure you have time to help us out here? Yeah, I've left most of the student council work to the other members for now. And I can do all the research I need for the trade conference itself when I get home too. So I'd like to help you out while I actually have time. Thanks. Oh, Toa, could you be more precious? That sweet self of yours simply drives me crazy. I'm never sure how to feel when you put it like that. Every time Toa stops by, it reminds me of last year. It'd even be better if Crow was around too. Yeah. Toa's over now. I'm fair focusing on something. The Psycho's got a lot of room for improvement, so I'm looking forward to putting some work in it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this. Damn. Oh. And it's similar to Rean. It's crazy. Alright, so all for some guys. Rusting there 3 out. Peace with you guys. Yeah, I know who. See you later. Bye bye. Sorry I had to do all this shit for you guys. It's just like I gotta get my shit together because I feel like I'm gonna have to bring them all to me. Actually, they're all gonna have to come with me to that trial in here. And this is Squad Mystery. I wonder what Sarah wants actually. But yeah, bye guys. See you later.